Happy Thursday, friends! Thank you for coming to Circle Time today. Let's start it off with the song, The More We Get Together. Are you ready? The more we get together, oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, here we are together. Oh, here we are together, all sitting on the computer. There's Brielle and Robbie and Nolan and Ellie and Rana and Sarah and Claire Miller and Stone and William and Abby and Sela and Claire A and Kai and Jackson and Charlotte and Ryan and Anya and Isaiah and Sky and Julia and Miss Kuhn and Missy and Mrs. Lambert and everyone. Oh, here we are together, all sitting on the computer. I hope you're having a great day, friends. We are going to continue learning about dinosaurs this week, but I thought we could play another name game. So yesterday we played our name game where we picked names out of our jar and we sang the letter that it starts with. And then I thought today we could play a name game. It's a little bit different. It's a bit of a reading name game. So this is the way it works. I am going to slowly pull out letters. So I'll give you an example. Let's do this name as an example. So I'm going to pull it out like this. It says the name game. So when I pull it out, the first letter we see is S. So you need to think about all of the friends in our class that start with a sound. Can you think of some of them? We have a few. I can think of Stone and Sky and Sela. Let me see, is there anybody else? That's it that start with an S, so it has to be one of those three names. And then I'm going to pull it out a little bit further, and we know the next letter is a K that says K. So does that help us? Sk. Do you think you know who it is? I bet you got it right. Sky. Okay, let's do another one, and I won't give you quite as much help this time. All right, so this friend's name starts with an S too. So think about another friend that starts with an S. I'll pull out the next letter. E. Another E. Friends, that's a popcorn word. This friend has a popcorn word in their name. C. So do you know who it is? Sela. Our friend Sela. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, this friend starts with the letter R. Can you think of the friends in our class that start with an R? I can think of Robbie and Rana and Ryan. Am I missing anybody? I think that's it. We have some other friends that have R's in their name, but I think those are the three friends that start with an R. The next letter is a Y. Do you know who that would be? And then an A. Can you read this friend's name? And the last letter is an N. Whose name is that? Yes, it's Ryan's name. All right. We can do, how about two more? Okay. A J. What friend do we have that starts with a J? I can think of a couple. The next letter is an A. J. A. A C says K. And a K, and when a C and K are together, it says K. So, Jax. Oh, Jax. Jackson. And friends, there's a popcorn word in Jackson's name. Do you see it? Of course, there's the word a, but there's also the word on at the end of his name. All right, one more, and then we'll be done for today with this game. Okay. First letter is a C. Let me check. Okay, so a C. So we have some friends that start with C in our class. Can you think of all of them? All right, so let's look at the next letter. An L. So if we put those sounds together, K. Oh, coal. then an R, and an A. Do you know whose name that is? That is Clara, and we have 2 Claras in our class, so that name is for both of our Claras. All right, good stuff, friends. I'm going to keep this name game close by, and we'll play it another day, too. So if you didn't hear your name today, don't be sad. We'll do it another day, okay? I'll put it with the other name games so we do not forget. All right. So we have been doing little dinosaur poems and songs all week. So let's review the one we did yesterday about the dinosaur egg. Do you remember that one? And I told you to pretend you had a dinosaur egg, and we talked about how dinosaur eggs are bigger than the eggs that we eat because dinosaurs were bigger than chicks were, right? Or chicks are. So pretend you have your big dinosaur egg. Do you have it? I wonder what dinosaur is going to pop out of it. Here we go. Inside her dinosaur shell, white and round, baby dinosaur is safe and sound. But she wants to come out into the light. So she pushes and she shoves with all her might. Her shell soon cracks and pops. One big jump and out she pops. What dinosaur came out of your egg today? I wonder. Okay, I have a new poem for us. It's called Long, Long Ago. And we've talked about this all week, but dinosaurs lived on the earth a long time ago. So many, millions of years before people lived on the earth. So this is a poem called Long, Long Ago, and it's all about the dinosaurs that lived on the earth. So it goes like this. Long, long ago, when the earth was young, dinosaurs lived here under the sun. Some were big and some were small. Some were fat and some were tall. Some could swim and some could fly. Some could stretch up very high. Don't you wish they still roamed free and lived somewhere that you could see? I think that would be pretty cool to be able to see real dinosaurs, but it might be a little bit scary because they are very big. There are some movies called Jurassic Park, and I don't know if any of you have seen them because they are a little bit scary for little kids, but it kind of talks about what would happen if dinosaurs and people lived at the same time, and it's not so good. So we're pretty lucky that we don't live at the same time as dinosaurs, but I do think it would be cool to see a dinosaur in real life. That would be neat. Okay, so I have another song about dinosaurs that I thought we could sing, and it's to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Do you know that song? Let's sing that song first, because sometimes that helps us keep the tune in our head. So row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. All right, so this song is about dinosaurs, and it's the same tune. Dinosaurs lived long ago when the world was new. They were very big and strong and very scary too. Some of them like plants to eat from the ocean floor. Some would rather eat a fellow other dinosaur. And that is true. Some dinosaurs ate plants, some dinosaurs ate meat, and some dinosaurs ate both. So the ones that ate plants are called herbivores, and the ones that ate meat were called carnivores, and the ones that ate both are omnivores. Okay? All right, everybody. I have another book for us to read. It's another nonfiction book about a dinosaur that lived a long time ago. And this is called an iguanodon. So look at the iguanodon. Okay, and we talked about it the last 2 days, but I just want to remind you, these aren't real pictures of dinosaurs because cameras were not around and people were not around when dinosaurs lived. So artists make these pictures, and that's what they think an iguanodon would have looked like. All right, so again, just like the other 2 books we've read this week, we have got a table of contents that tells us exactly where to find each little piece of information, what page to go to, but we're going to read the whole book. So, let me move my chair a little so you can see. There we go. A plant eater. Iguanodon was a dinosaur that ate plants. It had sharp thumb spikes on its hands. Go forward there. Do you see those big spikes there on its legs or on its hands? Iguanodon lived in prehistoric times. It lived in North America, Europe, and Africa about 130 million years ago. Look at them eating all those plants. How Iguanodon looked. Iguanodon was as tall as a sailboat. It was about 16 feet or 5 meters tall. Iguanodon had a thick tail and 2 long legs. It could reach tall plants. Friends, look at it eating that tree. Iguanodon had 2 arms. It gathered ferns and pine needles with its fingers. Look at that. Iguanodon had back teeth. It was one of the few dinosaurs that chewed its food. And we have talked about that. Remember how the pteranodon, the flying dinosaur, didn't even have teeth because it didn't need to chew the fish that it ate? So they're telling us, and in the picture you can kind of see it. Let me see if I can get close enough. Do you see those teeth way back in its mouth? That was to help it chew the plants that it ate. What Iguanodon did. Iguanodons moved in groups to stay safe from predators. Many dinosaurs hunted iguanodons. Oh no, look at it. That looks like some sort of raptor. Maybe it was a T-Rex or another dinosaur was trying to hunt the iguanodon. Iguanodons used the thumb spikes for defense. They stuck predators with the spikes to scare them away. So those spikes were very helpful. That looks like they're fighting a T-Rex in that picture. We learned that Stegosauruses used their tail spikes to fight predators, and so an iguanodon spikes are on its arms or on its hands, so that's what it uses. The end of an iguanodon. Iguanodons died about 125 million years ago. No one knows why they all died. You can see iguanodon fossils in museums. Look at that cool skeleton. Awesome. And that's the end. And this book, just like our other books, has a glossary that if we weren't sure what words meant, they're there. Okay, so now that you listened to that story, let's see if you listened really well and can answer some comprehension questions about the book. Okay, so listen carefully and let's see. There we go. If you know the answers. So the first question says, did an iguanodon eat meat? Yes or no? Do you remember the answer to that? The answer was no. What did iguanodons do to stay safe from predators? So, did they, it says, hid in caves or moved in groups? So the book told us that when they got a predator close by, or to stay safe so predators wouldn't come to them, what did they do? Did they hide in caves or did they move together in a group? Hopefully you remember that they moved in groups. They kept each other safe by staying in a big group. Okay, question 3. See, this is a list of questions. Question 3 says, how did iguanodons protect themselves when other dinosaurs attacked them? They used their thumb spikes, or they swatted their tail, or did they run away? So, did they use their thumb spikes? Did they swat their tail? Or did they run away? Do you remember? Right, they used their thumb spikes. Okay, and our last question says, an iguanodon was as tall as a sailboat or a person? How big was an iguanodon? A sailboat. They were taller than a person is, right? All right, good job with those comprehension questions. After you read a book with your parents, it's always a good job to answer some questions about a book because it's really important that we pay attention when we're reading stories. That's a really big part of reading, and it's important that we practice that skill. So good job, everyone. All right, before we go, I want to remind you that Miss G has put up some science activities for you today on our D2L page. So after this video is done, you can turn it off and you can go to our D2L page and check out what she has for you there, okay? All right, let's do our goodbye song. Here we go. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Be sweet, parakeet. Give a hug, ladybug. See you soon, raccoon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Blow a kiss, goldfish. Friends, I don't think that you could hear this enough. We say it a lot, but I want you to hear it again. Miss Kuhn and I and Miss C, we are so proud of you. You are doing a great job learning online. We know it's not the same as being in the classroom. We miss you a whole bunch, but we are so glad that you come on to our meetings with us and you learn with us and you participate, and we love seeing you every day. Even if it's not in person, it's still really fun to see you on the computer and hear your voices and hear your ideas. So we are very, very proud of you. Give yourselves a pat on the back for doing such a wonderful job with online learning, and we'll see you again tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow, friends. Okay, see you then. Bye.